Welcome to Sportpen.
Hey there.
Today we're strapping in for a deep dive into the remarkable career of Emmitt Smith.
Number 22. A legend.
Definitely. And look, forget just the raw stats for a second, okay?
Yeah.
We're talking about someone whose pivotal moments, sheer grit, and really game-changing plays. They didn't just fill highlight reels.
No, not at all.
They arguably rewrote the playbook on what greatness looks like in football. We've sifted through a ton of information to try and get to the core of what made him legendary.
Absolutely. And what's so compelling, I think, is how his journey wasn't just about piling up records, right? It was about consistently rising to the occasion, leaving this indelible mark on the sport.
Right.
So yeah, let's unpack that essence of greatness.
Okay, let's rewind. Pensacola, Florida. It sounds like the kind of place where, everyone knew your name, maybe knew your whole family tree.
Yeah, probably.
That small town feel. How do you think that shaped a young Emmitt?
Well, that kind of close-knit community, it likely gave him a strong sense of belonging, but maybe also a bit of healthy pressure. When everyone knows you, knows your family, there's that built-in support system, sure, but also maybe a certain expectation.
Yeah, makes sense.
And his first taste of organized ball at 8 with the Salvation Army team. That's where it all started, really. Those seeds were sown right there.
Then came Escambia High School. The Escambia Gators, wow, 2 state championships.
Yeah.
And the numbers he put up, it sounds like video game stuff. 106 rushing touchdowns, almost 9,000 yards.
I know.
That's just staggering for high school.
It really is. And it's not just the sheer volume. It's the consistency. Think about rushing for over 100 yards in, 45 out of 49 starts.
Unbelievable.
And the last 28 straight.
Yeah.
That kind of reliability, at that young age, it really hints at an exceptional focus and durability, too.
And almost 8 yards a carry.
Exactly. Averaging nearly 8 yards every single time he touched the ball. That's just dominance. Plus, he was a sprinter, too, on the track team. That raw athleticism, it was obvious early on.
Yeah. Beyond the stats, though, it sounds like Charlie Edgar and his family were really important. It wasn't just football with them, was it?
No, not at all. Edgar's influence went way beyond the football field, teaching him practical stuff like reading blueprints. That sparked an early interest in construction, in business.
Which is pretty unique.
Right. You don't always see that foresight in young athletes. And maybe even more importantly, the emphasis on just being a good person. That laid a foundation of character that you could see throughout his whole life and career. It's that kind of holistic mentorship that often has the deepest impact,
And his mother, Mary Smith, always stressing education. That's a powerful message for a young, super talented athlete.
It really is. It speaks to having a bigger picture beyond just the game. And that emphasis on education, it's clearly stuck. We'll see it later when he actually goes back to finish his degree, even after hitting the NFL big time.
Yeah, that commitment says a lot.
It really does. But his values, his discipline.
Okay, fast forward. University of Florida, 1987. He wasn't just good as a freshman, he, exploded onto the scene.
He really did.
That first game against Alabama, 224 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. That's basically kicking the door down and announcing you've arrived.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That debut was sensational. I mean, putting up those numbers against a traditionally tough Bama defense as a true freshman, it signaled that someone really special had landed in Gainesville. And he held on to that starting job, only missed games because of injury later. That shows his immediate impact and the coach's trust.
58 school records by the end of his junior year. Just wow.
It's mind-boggling, isn't it?
Yeah.
36 career rushing touchdowns, that single-season rushing record that still stands. The awards just kept coming. SEC Player of the Year, top 10 in Heisman voting twice. It was pretty clear he was NFL-bound.
No doubt.
But his college career wasn't just like individual stats. It showed that consistent ability to perform at the highest level. And going back to his mom's influence, the fact he prioritized finishing that degree after turning pro.
That's huge.
It really is. Going back to class during intense NFL off seasons, that takes incredible commitment, discipline, probably the same stuff that helped him last so long on the field too.
So the NFL comes calling, Dallas Cowboys, first round, 1990. But even for a guy like him, there had to be an adjustment period, right? The speed of the pro game.
Oh, absolutely. The NFL is just, it's a different beast.
Yeah.
Bigger guys, faster guys, the game's more complex. But he adapted pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And became a core part of maybe one of the most iconic trios ever. The triplets, Emmitt, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin.
The triplets, just saying the name brings back images of, like, pure offensive power. And those 3 Super Bowls in the 90s.
Dominance.
And Emmitt was the MVP of Super Bowl XE8.
He was. And that MVP award wasn't just, a personal thing. It cemented his role as the engine of that Cowboys dynasty. And 1993, what a year.
Incredible.
Led the league in rushing, won the NFL MVP, and the Super Bowl MVP. That's the kind of season legends are built on. That trifecta is so rare.
And the consistency is just, it's almost hard to wrap your head around. First team All-Pro, 4 years straight, 11 consecutive seasons over 1,000 yards rushing.
Yeah, only missed it his rookie year and his very last year in Dallas.
That's not just talent. That's relentless dedication. That's showing up every single week.
It's an unbelievable combination, right?
Yeah.
Physical gifts, mental toughness. To produce like that for that long requires just this unwavering commitment. Even in 94, battling a hamstring pull late, still leads the league in rushing PDs.
Shows that determination.
Just refusing to be denied.
Then 95 sets an NFL record, 25 rushing touchdowns, becomes the first guy ever to rush for over 1,400 yards 5 seasons in a row.
He wasn't just breaking records. He was setting completely new standards and breaking Tony Dorsett's franchise records. That really marked his place in Cowboys history.
Huge deal in Dallas.
Those consecutive 100-yard games to start a season, the single-season rushing record.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, a new era of running back dominance is here.
Then comes the big one, October 27, 2002. Every football fan knows that date.
The record.
Against Seattle, Emmitt Smith surpasses Walter Payton as the NFL's all-time leading rusher. What was the significance of that moment?
Oh, man. That was truly historic. Walter Payton, sweetness. He was just revered, for his toughness, his longevity, his production.
Absolutely.
So for Emmitt to pass that mark, it was this huge testament to his own incredible career, but also you felt the respect he had for the legacy he was now part of.
Yeah.
He played a couple more years for the Cardinals after that, but you kind of felt his heart was still in Dallas.
He even said something about that, didn't he? His last game against the Cowboys, playing for Arizona, he felt his soul for the game left him, and he cried.
Yeah, he did. That really shows you the deep connection he had with the Cowboys organization.
Totally.
But even in those final couple of seasons with Arizona, his stats were still pretty solid. Remarkably consistent, really. Just one season under 970 yards rushing, besides that injury-shortened year near the end.
That durability again, it was just a massive part of his success, just being there, being available week after week.
It was key. He finished his career, of course, as the all-time leader.
Yeah.
18,355 yards, 164 rushing touchdowns.
And his playoff numbers were great, too. Over 1,500 yards in the postseason. Yeah. Holds the record for most career rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Those numbers, they just speak volumes about sustained production and impact.
Those career totals are just... They're a monument to consistency and staying power at the absolute highest level. The touchdown record especially, that shows his nose for the end zone, his value in crunch time.
But his impact didn't just stop when he took off the pads. Even early on, he had this business sense, right? Inspired by Charlie Edgar back in Pensacola.
Yeah, that early exposure to construction, to building things, it clearly sparked something. And then connecting with another Cowboys legend, Roger Staubach.
Great.
Staubach mentored him, taught him about real estate during the off-seasons. That channeled his interest into a really successful second career.
Which led to Smith Cypress Partners, the real estate development company with Staubach. That's a pretty big leap from the field to the boardroom.
It really is. It just highlights his ability to apply that same discipline, that strategic thinking from football to a totally different world, understanding deals, seeing opportunities.
Skills that translate.
Exactly. Shows a sharp mind, adaptability. It's impressive.
And his charity work is pretty extensive too, isn't it? Emmitt Smith Charities, helping kids with education, involved with lots of community groups.
Oh yeah. His commitment to giving back, especially to kids in his hometown, it really reflects those values instilled early on. And receiving that Spirit of Sweetness Award, named for Walter Payton.
That's special.
It's a powerful recognition of his character, his respect for the greats who came before.
And who could forget Dancing with the Stars?
Right.
Winning that showed a whole different kind of athleticism and that same competitive fire.
It was fun, wasn't it? Showed you could adapt, embrace new challenges, and then, his work as an analyst later, sharing his football knowledge.
So looking at the whole career, what are the main leadership lessons, the principles that stand out? He gets compared to Walter Payton a lot. The heart being a complete back.
Yeah, the Peyton comparison fits well. Both were incredibly versatile, run, catch, block. Emmitt himself talked a lot about balance.
Balance.
Yeah, balance in team strategy and life, focusing on the team goal, but also striving personally. Humility, faith, those seem to be guiding forces. And he always gave credit to his offensive line. He got that football is the ultimate team game.
He was big on setting goals, too, visualization, even back in high school. That kind of mental prep seems vital for that kind of long-term success.
Oh, totally. That proactive approach, having that mental blueprint for what you want to achieve, it almost certainly fueled his consistency. Dependability was his calling card, right? Just showing up, delivering.
Every week.
Every week. And even facing changes, like different coordinators in college. He adapted. He thrived. His respect for the Cowboys, for the Jones family, that was clear too. He understood the business side of football.
He even used the term service business for how he approached life. That's an interesting way to put it. His legacy, it feels like it's way more than just stats.
Precisely. It's about the impact, right? On the team, the community, the sport itself. Which brings us to the debate.
Ah, yes, the debate. Some argue, well, he had that great offensive line. They say it diminishes his accomplishments. How do you see that?
It's a common point, yeah. Happens with lots of great backs. But the truth is, most legendary running backs played behind good lines. It's symbiotic, you know?
Right.
A great line opens holes, but the back still needs the vision, the quickness, the power to hit them. Those lines didn't turn every back into Emmitt Smith.
Good point.
His ability to read the defense, his patience, that burst. Those were his gifts. And those 11 straight seasons of huge production, that kind of consistency goes beyond just the blocking.
And Emmitt himself basically said, hey, 18,355 speaks for itself. Hard to argue with that number.
It really is. The comparisons to, say, Barry Sanders or Adrian Peterson, the more dynamic runners, they always come up.
Sure.
And while their styles might have been flashier, maybe more highlight reel friendly sometimes, Emmitt's longevity and his sheer availability, those are huge factors in why he holds the record.
Yeah.
Sanders retired early. Peterson had ups and downs. Emmitt was just there.
It makes you wonder about the future, though. The running back position in today's NFL, with the way the game's played now, the money,
Right.
Will we see another back have that kind of long, dominant career?
That's a great question. The economics have definitely shifted. Teams are hesitant to give those big long-term deals to running backs now.
Yeah, seems that way.
Combine that with the pass-heavy offenses, and yeah, it could be much tougher for future backs to pile up the kind of career numbers Emmitt did. The wear and tear is brutal.
So, stepping back, looking at the whole picture, it's a career defined by incredible stats, yes, but also championships, character, community impact.
Absolutely. Emmitt Smith's story, it offers some really profound lessons, doesn't it, about perseverance, teamwork, just that relentless pursuit of excellence in everything on and off the field.
It really makes you think, what truly defines a legendary career? Is it just the numbers on the page, or does that impact on the game, the team, the community? Does that carry just as much weight? Definitely something to ponder.
A fantastic journey to explore.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.
My pleasure.
Thanks for listening to Sportpen.